Then at this point, I can say, okay, am I gonna have some drum reverb to my drums? And I'm like, why not? So I will select, as you have on Pro Tools, you have your sends. I have sends before you had them, okay? So I can say, okay, I'm gonna put some reverb, use my sends here and put some reverb on the room track, on the samples, drum samples, right? I'll put a little bit on the snare bottom, okay? I'm not gonna put it on the hi-hat or the ride. The mono yes. Am I gonna put it on the kick or the snare? No. Put a little bit on the toms, right? So I'm only putting it on the indirect mics. And the reason why is I just want to extend the ambience, not create some from the dry sounds. Now, if you put reverb on the dry kick drum, it's gonna sound different than if you put reverb on the room for the kick drum, okay? That's not the sound I want. Now, some of you say, I want to put reverb on the snare drum. Well, enjoy yourself, okay? That's a different sound. That's not my sound. My sound is not putting reverb on the direct signals, but putting it on the ambient signals, which will be the samples or the rooms, because I just want to extend that. I don't want to get that proximity of a snare drum into the reverb. You're EQing all this bottom into the snare drum to get the impact. That's not going to sound so great in the reverb. At that point, if you want to do dry signal, snare drum reverb, well, there's a million ways you can do it. The way I do it, and the way we're seeing here, is this way. So I've sent some reverb, okay? You know, I have my Sony reverb and I have a Bricasti that are linked together. So I combine those two reverbs. They're both set at 1 second. Like anything, you can pick any reverb that you like, right? And so if you set it to 1 second with no pre-delay, it's apples and oranges, it's a flavor, right? So the reverbs I have aren't really available in Pro Tools, but they're very similar to ones you have. So you could take anything, a plate, a chamber, whatever, and find something that's like a room and put it at 1 second, and you're gonna have a similar result. So my sonic result's gonna be different because I'm using outboard gear, but it's still the same concept, the same way you put it together. So you send from the drums on the indirect signals, find a reverb that you like, okay? There's a million of them in Pro Tools now. Bring that up on some returns and feather it in. So we're gonna hear what feathering in the reverb sounds like to the drums, okay? And this is just my flavor of reverb, right?